I'll just be doing a brief forecast of CAD Swiss franc, okay? And I'll be giving you guys a look at what I see other pairs doing for the week. So I'll get into the video and give you guys a brief overview of what I expect in the markets this week. So I'm on the monthly time frame for CAD Swiss franc, okay? And as you guys can see, we're in like a consolidating region so far. Okay, we're just in a consolidating region. So what I see as my resistance would be at that level. All right, that is my monthly resistance, and this will be my monthly support. So basically, trapping this consolidation. That is what we're doing, and those are going to be my two monthly levels. There's no other level I see on here. Um, Now going back to the weekly, there could be a level over here that we could use, perhaps over there, as price has been rejecting that level. Okay, it rejected a few times, but then it broke the level, all right, then came back inside again. And now you see price, the nearest price is actually rejecting this level again. So I'll say that as my weekly resistance, and I'm very much comfortable with that. And then if I had to go to our weekly support, this would be the weekly support. All right, weekly support would be there, placing it on the bodies. And as you guys can see, if you guys take a closer look, we have price retesting this area right over there. These two candles, they are retesting this weekly level. So that is a very good support for me, which is now turning into a resistance on lower time frames. And then if you go to the daily time frame, there you go. You see a perfect retest over there. Price broke this level, came back, retested by rejecting that level, and now we can be seen for selling positions. So overall, the trend is selling for CAD Swiss franc. Okay, it's just a selling trend, as you guys can see. It is just a selling trend. Price is just in a selling trend, especially because of that retest. All right. And now, if you had to go to our uh 4 hour chart, but before we jump to the 4 hourly chart, if I can just take a look at the candles on the weekly, all right, we see a bullish engulfing candle. All right, it's completely engulfing this body of the previous candle, and it's engulfing the wick. Okay, so that is a very good selling momentum. Okay, that is a very good selling momentum. So then if you were to jump on the 4 hour, the daily, again, this bearish candle is a huge selling momentum. Okay, it broke past the lower low of the daily, and now it's continuing with the selling momentum. So overall, the CAD Swiss franc really is selling. All right, there's a lot of selling momentum. Okay, and this is where I'll set my 4 hour level right over there. Okay, all right. Now price is retesting this level, retesting this level. This one is the lowest low we have so far, right? Recently, while price had done, made a higher low, broke past the level of the lower low, so that is more selling confirmation, and made another lower low. This is our most recent lower low, and our price came back up to respect and reject, to make a retest of the previous broken level, and now we're looking for further sales again. So this price action is honestly quite simple. Uh, there is nothing complicated about it. It's quite simple. A very simple analysis. Very, very simple. Very simple analysis. And I see a trend line playing out over here. and I'll set this as my trend line. Right over there. And right over there. So that is what I see so far. All right. Uh, this is what I see so far, and it's not a complicated price action. It's really not. We're just heading in a downtrend, and what we're looking to do is we're just looking at points at where we can get really good selling positions. So our overall trend is a sell. Okay, we're in a selling trend, bearish trend. So what I would want to do right now overall is look for good positions on sells. Okay, look for pointers where I can get in for really good selling positions, and that is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not going to go against the trend and look for buys, perhaps maybe on smaller time frames, but my main um interest right now is to look for really good selling trades. All right, and there's nothing on a 13-minute time frame. There's nothing much. Perhaps I could set this as a level of interest as well, if I would like. All right. So this is a level of interest as well. If perhaps price, because honestly, if you look at this piece of price, right, there's not really a an entry point. All right, there's not really an entry point because that is the problem at times. We can look at the charts and we can know what the markets are going to do, but at times it is quite difficult to find a space of entry. Okay, something that will tell you that okay, now is a good time to sell. Because although we know that we're in a selling trend, but we now need to target how and when we're going to enter the markets. So I would look for things like resistance and supports, that if price breaks a certain level and perhaps retest it, I can use area as a point of entry. Okay, because we know we're selling, right? We know we're selling. We've done our analysis. Okay, let me just rather make this a candle trend line, but I don't think it's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. Well, I keep it like this. So we need to look for a point of entry, because if you go to the higher time frames, all right, we have a retest, we're selling trend, we're in a bearish trend. Okay, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, and we have retested the weekly level, now retesting this daily, no, this 4 hour resistance. That was a support, now has been flipped into a resistance. Okay, we know we're in a selling trend, but we can't just enter for a sell. We need a confirmation that will let us enter the trade. All right, so in on the 30-minute here, a good position, okay, would be to enter this trade on a short. Okay, keep our stop loss round about that area, that area over there. Okay, and then I'll take profits. Our take profit could be somewhere over here. All right, but this is not a very good trade at all. This is not a very good trade. Okay, that is not a very good trade, because this is a trend line, and we know when price reaches the end of a trend line, price can perform the 90% rule if it would like. Okay, so and then perhaps reverse. All right, there's a 90% rule. Okay, price can decide to do that. So that's where I'll take my take profit at. Okay, I will not try and predict the markets on my own means by telling myself that, okay, we're perhaps gonna take profit over here. Okay, we don't know if price is ever gonna reach that level. Just because in a selling trend doesn't mean you can make such predicaments. So what I would do is, for a safer entry and a less riskier entry, all right, I find an accurate or specific area of entry I would like to enter my trades. So if we look here, we found an area of support, all right. This was resistance, price broke it, retested it, okay, made a retest, then headed up for the upside, then came back and rejected this level. So price rejected this level once and twice again as a support. So I'll be looking for selling positions on CAD Swiss franc once price breaks this level, okay, then retests, all right, and then heads to the downside. That'd be a very good trade for me. So that is what I'm waiting for. Okay, I'm not gonna try looking for buying positions on this support. As I said, we're overall in a selling trend. I don't wanna buy and then trade against the trend. Perhaps we can look for buying positions if price, if we could just extend this trend line, if price perhaps um goes back into this level, buys, goes back into this level, breaks the trend line, retests, and then you can head up to the upside. That is when I would look for buying positions on CAD Swiss franc. But for now, it's mostly going to be sells. Okay, I'm just looking for selling positions on this pair. That is what I'll be looking at because the overall trend is a sell, and I do not see positions for a buy. But I'll wait and see what price does. Okay, we'll wait and see what price does about that. But this is how I want to trade uh CAD Swiss franc. I feel it's way more beneficial. All right, it is way more beneficial to trade that way. So yes, that is what I see happening for CAD Swiss franc. All right, and if we jump to the 5 minute time frame, if we had to jump to the 5 minute time frame, we see price. If I could just remove these, what we see is price coming back, respecting this support again, and then coming back to as if retests, okay, this area to retest it. So it is again proving a very good selling position because if price can reject this area, come back, break the trend line and the supports, and then retest in this area, break, retest, we can then look for further sells. So that is my take on CAD Swiss franc. That is just a really simple analysis of CAD Swiss franc. Um, we also have good analysis on Euro USD, but this is something that I'm gonna look into in the week. I'm gonna go through Euro USD with you guys throughout the week, and I'll do a video of how I forecasted this pair and what setups and trades I took. But it looks very, very good. It's showing a lot of selling momentum. Okay, I do expect price to come into this area, right, in this trend line. I do expect price to buy and break the trend line and hit the TP of the origin of the trend line. And then when it does that, it will be building more liquidity by coming back to respect this level again, follow 90% rule of a trend line, then reverse and sell again. That is my take on USD. So it's looking very promising, it's looking very good. So I will do a forecast of that during the week. All right. And key points on GBUSD. I'm just expecting price to break this support, retest it, then you can look for sells. Or what price can do is can break this mini resistance on lower time frames, retest it along with the trend line, and then head up for more buying power. So that is my take on these pairs. This is something I'm gonna do a video on throughout the week and show you guys the setups I took because I see pressure building up here on GBUSD. Okay, it's in the tight spots right over here. So I'll do a video of that throughout the week and I'll show you guys the setups that I've taken and what I see happening on the pairs. But that is it for this video, guys. Okay, that is it for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. All right, and yeah, this is what I see happening for these pairs. I'll give you guys an update throughout the week, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.